Yes, good morning. Apologies, I'm still very much in the same state I was when I woke up hours ago. Welcome to another chill day off vlog. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we're doing these along with food reviews, recipe videos, what I eat in a days, what I eat in a weeks, occasionally, all the time. So do feel free to stick around. Today we are, as you can see, doing some very basic human things like the shopping and the washing. Gonna do a little kind of workout just to get my very stiff muscles warmed up a bit for today. Work was busier last night than I expected. Gonna have some lunch and also planning to head out to try something very important later. You already know what it is, probably because it's written in the title, but you know, cinematic suspense and all that. This afternoon, folks, I want to go and try what I've heard is one of the best tiramisu in the country, in the birthplace of tiramisu. If you're not up on your Italian dessert lore, which, I don't know, might be your kind of thing too, tiramisu was only actually invented in the 80s. So, you know, as old and traditional as Italian cuisine is, as much as we think that it goes back generations upon generations, some of the kind of most popular and iconic dishes are actually a lot newer than we think they are. It's kind of widely accepted that the birthplace, or at least the town of birth of this dessert, was Treviso, a city in the northeast of Italy, not too far away from Venice, where I live. And because of that, they amazingly actually have a World Cup for tiramisu every year. I think it's usually around kind of October time, September, October. I've walked past the big tent that they do it in more than once. They have it in like the main square of the city, but I've never actually been in because I think either you have to have like tickets or you need to be invited. I don't know. It's a goal of mine. But for that reason, it's a city that has many, many places that make very, very good tiramisu. One place, for example, is Camellia Bakery, which is somewhere I think I've shown on the channel once or twice before. Definitely shown on Instagram, Maverick Baking, if you're not already following. But that, folks, is not where we're going today because I have eaten their tiramisu at least 3 times already. But I had a conversation, an unexpected conversation the other day with a friend of a roommate who said that having traveled around Italy a lot, the best she's ever had was this other place called Taste in Treviso, and apparently they also make fantastic coffee. And knowing that I had a day off just 2 days after this conversation, who was I not to plan my entire afternoon around going to this place? So it may seem ridiculous, the idea of traveling to another city for dessert. Actually, if you follow me already, maybe that's the kind of person you are too. Also, it's a gorgeous day today. It's like 25 degrees and I clearly have a tan to work on, so why not make it a good excuse for a little mooch around the city as well. So that's the plan, folks. I didn't mean to buy some stuff, but I bought some stuff. For example, I got this candied ginger as a little gift. And for myself, I picked up this vanilla powder. So this is basically the kind of dried seeds from the inside of the vanilla pod. So a little bit pricey. This is like €8, but this will last me ages, both for, you know, just eating, whether to add to yogurts or anything like that, but also for adding to desserts. You really need a tiny amount. So honestly, not too bad in terms of price. Plus it's just really cute and it smells divine. I was also very much influenced by the whole vibe of the day in passing this little kind of shop, which was part cafe, part like boutique with some touristy things, some kind of pasticceria things, and also like alcohol. This place, mix of everything. And they had this tiramisu liqueur, which I've seen before but never tasted. So I just got a little one in case I don't like it, but there is nothing in here that I shouldn't like. And also, while I was there, I saw this tote bag. And normally, I'm very used to these things being hideously overpriced, right? You know, I'm used to seeing these for like 15, 20 euros. I asked the girl behind the counter how much this tote bag cost. She was like €3.50. And I was like, girl, give me 5. No, I'm joking, I only got 1. But how cute. But can we talk about that tiramisu and just that whole experience, generally speaking? Obviously, it helps that it's a gorgeous day. The sun is screaming, blue sky everywhere, and I have the day off. So already my mood is at like 112 out of 10. But what a lovely place. Sat outside, the view, honestly, that view would be the main selling point in many places, and it's just there on this gorgeous old bridge. So I think this place has been there for, I think it's been open, well, it's been open for at least 5 years, because they had a kind of recognition or like an award thing from 2020. But beautifully decorated, staff were absolutely lovely, service was quick, and the coffee and the tiramisu. So let me preface by saying I don't have like a sort of discernible ranking of whether it's the best one I've ever eaten, but it's definitely one of the most memorable, and it's definitely one of the best. Being that this place is obviously coffee focused to the max, the coffee was not only strong, it was delish. You could tell it wasn't just basic espresso or, you know, made from a mocha as you would at home, which tastes fine, but you don't really taste it and go, oh my god, this coffee is good. You taste it and you go, oh, that's coffee, you know? Similarly, the cream, now it's not the richest cream I've ever had. There's some places who go absolutely ham on the mascarpone, which I love because, you know, I'm a girl from the north. I like my foods big, heavy, and hearty, you know? But this was much more smooth. It hadn't been kind of whipped to death. You know, it wasn't stiff. There's some places that make tiramisu that's like sliceable or that's, you know, really rigid. This instead felt like it had been made that morning because the cream was still really soft. Or it might just be that that's the style they do and that's why they serve it. The glass as well, but gorgeous. That helped it feel a lot lighter as well, you know. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Would recommend. Also the coffee, I got myself a cold brew because obviously kind of coffee culture here in Italy is heavy on espresso-based coffee, espresso, macchiato, cappuccino, blah, blah, blah. All of which grand, but seeing someone experiment with other kinds of coffee that are appreciated maybe a bit more in other parts of the world was also great. I got myself a cold brew because it's like 26 degrees outside today and there was a bit of need. Also delicious, almost sweet. You could taste it was made slowly and properly and taken care of and just beautiful to be savoured instead of just, you know, like a shot. Though we do appreciate coffee in that form too. Anyway, I am home, I am clean, I am changed. Gonna call my parents later because they're coming to visit in a couple of weeks' time. So we have some little day trips and last minute admin things to organise when they get here. Other than that, I'm taking it chilled tonight because my legs now hurt. And yeah, probably just gonna mean dinner, some video games, maybe some editing, and yeah.